Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the round of 4 at the ACL 5K series. I'm Mike, joined by a Maniac. How does it feel to finally dust off the caster jacket there?
Mate, it was a bit of dusting, but we got there eventually. I am really excited to get into the caster seat. I'm here now. I'm here with you, my friend, and I'm looking forward to an amazing Call of Duty. It's been a great day so far. I've been at the stream production booth, just checking out things from there, but now I get to see it all firsthand and call over the action with this fine gentleman right here. So I am very much excited. It's all right. I'm keen, ready to rumble.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great series as well. We were down to our round of 4, so 4 great teams have made it this far so far in the ACL 5K. This series, though, will highlight over 2 teams specifically, the Faction AU and Skyfire Gaming.
Yeah, and what teams they are. The Faction we just saw come through an amazing series up against 4N Sanctum. Shout out to those guys, by the way. They have really surprised me with how well they've come along as a team. And look out for them at ACL Brisbane, May 30-31. They were one of our first teams to sign up. So very excited to see how those guys go at LAN. The hashtag for that, by the way, if you don't know, guys, is ACL Briz. So make sure you're following that. Get that one trending so we all see all of the action there. And of course, they are up against Skyfire. So you can see there on your screen, ACL Brisbane, May 31st. Go to aclpro.com.au. And of course, following Brisbane, Mike, so we've been talking about it all day. It was just recently announced the details for our second LAN of the year, which is going to be ACL Sydney back here in our home turf. So I'm very excited for that one coming up as well.
I mean, not only that is it being held in June, not shortly after Brisbane itself. June 28th, 29th to be exact. But it's not just Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It's also featuring Halo. It's featuring some Counter-Strike action for the first time, might I add, and also some StarCraft 2.
Yeah, we can't wait for it. Obviously, console is where it's at for Brisbane, but Sydney, we're bringing out all the big guns, including Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, the game of the decade at the moment. We saw some big numbers. I think they got over 1 million viewers for that game over at IEM, the most recent IEM. So I don't think we'll be getting that for ACL Sydney, but we can try.
We'll be getting more.
We can try. We stand apart, ladies and gentlemen. But look, we're getting into this first game very shortly, Mike. It looks like it's going to be a Biolab on Hardpoint. And again, it's the Faction up against Skyfire. We should talk about Skyfire. First time we're going to be seeing them here on stream for the ACL 5K. Speaking of which, I know we've been pimping it all day. Hashtag ACL5K to make sure you get all of the latest news on today's action and tournament updates. But Skyfire, they've been a bit of a buzz team at the moment. Of course, we saw their lineup a little earlier. That's the team that Bundo just recently joined, along with, I believe it was Azzy, Dean, and Quins. My man, Quins. Yep. Love you, boy. We're going to be seeing them going up against the Faction, which we've been seeing for those last couple of series. So, I mean, this is a very hyped-up team and so much skill here as well, Mike.
It really is, and through their recent roster changes, I'm really excited to see how this is actually going to play out. Once again, you did mention, this is really the first time we've had a chance to get a look at how they play. And unless you've actually played them yourselves, you'd probably be in the same boat itself for this current stage. You're going to be seeing, of course, in this first hard point, though, the Faction able to get those first points on the board. Quincy, though, will be trying to get a couple of points for himself with Dean as well. They're going to be just looking at all these angles. They need to be keep an eye on through that ice corridor as well as the side of blue snow. As you can see there, nades coming in will take down Quincy himself. Dean's still going to be there, picking off these kills, doing all that's needed to take this lead, continue that lead, and keep control of this hard point.
Yeah, the first hard point, as we know, always hard to lock down, but if you can get those initial points, it always helps. And as you can see here, early days to Skyfire, taking out the first few points there, 21-12. It looks like they're going to be setting up for this rotation here over to this red hill as well. We've got Bundo up on top, rocking that bow as we usually see him. Gets a player out coming from that elbow building. He's going to be shut down there. Your kill feed line up for both teams right now, and 21 apiece as the rotation happens. You cannot get closer than that going into the second hard point.
Of course, over onto this red stairs is where it will be at. A little bit of FPS lag there on our screens at this current stage. Dean will be the last one alive for his team at the moment, as he's going to be pushing on over through the top of the snow as well. See, Swifty will be able to take him down. Knows there's going to be another player in there. His teammate takes him at the same time. Players coming through that snow side, though. That's going to be Buzzin, who's going to be looking to approach through, maybe through the main stairs, but a player, Sneaky Beaver, over like he is. Swifty jumps on through the window before he gets taken down. Now, you notice still being contested at every turn. The score is still 5 points. The difference closing on in there as well. The Faction looking to tie up the score and now take the lead.
Yeah, Blue did well there to hold down that hard point as long as he did. 35 apiece. It is going neck and neck right now, Mike. So what an amazing game we've got. Luca, as he has been going off for these last couple of series, he's carrying his momentum through to this series up against Skyfire here in this semi-final. Look at him. He was going absolutely nuts before being finally shut down. The little man takes a fall. 4 over on the crates. Now it's going to be held down by Luca and Blue once again. The wombo combo of the faction going hard here. We've got Blue here on a 3-point streak, and he's going to be dropped there. The Caster Curse getting to him. Azzy and Dean trying to come back for Skyfire. Bundo and Azzy. That is all of the faction down there for just a second as these guys from Skyfire are trying their best to cling back some of these points.
53 to 43, 10 points the difference. Contested hard point at the moment. Dean sees one. He's going to give him a whack in the back to put him down in the ground as you have Blue picking off a double kill at the same time. Quincy will get shut down. Bundo is here to maybe try and go for this kill. Player tries to go for the melee, but he does miss, and he will be looking to finish off this kill, and he gets the assist actually as his teammates put him down in the ground. We're going to have 3 players, make that all 4 players down from SKF as you have TF here in the hard point.
See, Bundo shows you all you need is a little ring around the rosy to stay alive and back up your team. He's going to be eventually falling there, but Blue and Swifty coming back for the guys from the faction. 68 to 46 at the 7-minute mark is your score, so look out for that rotation over to this green roof. We're on board with Blue here from the faction. You can see his teammate Buzzo there was trying to clean up, and he did take down Quins. Luca then getting some revenge on Dean after Blue just took a fall. We're now with Skyfire Bundo. He's going to be trying to make some Skyfire of his own. He's going to be jumping up high. Long range BR. He gets shots out. There were some solid shots. Gets the 2-piece indeed. And as you can see there, lighting up red on your kill feed. There are some solid kills. But Mike, it is all about capitalizing on these kills and getting the points, because right now they are 30 points behind. But looking at your scoreboard, it looks like it should be a lot closer game than it is right now, as it was in those first few hard points.
You say that, but you also have to look at Blue's currently going 20 kills for 10 at the same time.
Yeah, but Blue's a freak. He's a freak of nature. I kind of put him aside because it's unfair bundling him with the rest. Mike, come on.
Fair point at that, but you're also going to look at the team of SKF. They've got more rounded kills, where in comparison to TF, who, you know, you've got 21 for Blue, taking him out then, you got then 12, 12, and then a 7 sort of drops out at the same time, whereas the SKF numbers might be a little bit lower, but then their lowest player sort of averages out at the same time. You see them also working off a lot of assists when they go for these controls at the same time. So their kill mark really... I was going to say the kill mark really isn't going to be the factor of this, and then you pointed out of Buzzin having a 5 streak before he gets taken down. So you don't even need to say anything, and you still have your curse.
It's true. For those of you who don't know, I was pointing at the screen just showing Mike about Buzzo's 5 streak, and as soon as I touched his name on the screen, he insta-died. I have the power, ladies and gentlemen. Tweet at me who should be dying, and I'll touch the screen and see if it happens, see if I do have the powers. Getting on into this game, though, we've got Swifty and Buzzo locking down this middle hard point for the team of the faction. They're doing pretty well right now, I might add. They're walking away with this lead. It's now a 40-point lead to the guys of the faction, and Luca is still walking away with those kills. He's gone 16 for 20, a little negative, but he is getting the kills where it counts. Blue has also been holding down the points for his team. He was going wild with the kills, decided, you know what, it's time to play a little bit of OBJ, and he's been doing that while still slaying the hell out of the guys from Skyfire. Speaking of Skyfire, they now are in control of this next hard point, and we've rotated back around a circle. It's deja vu as these guys are going to be trying to rack up a few points here, and right now they are down by about 47 seconds. So now that we're into the second half of the hard point, this is the pointy end, Mike, and we really want to see these Skyfire guys capitalize off these kills.
You mentioned about Blue being a freak right here, and he's on a 6 streak for the moment. Gets taken down. You're not the only one that the power lies with, as you're going to be having Luca going in for some more kills before only getting 1 and getting shut down. We're going to be having Azzy here in this hard point. Now, you're always looking at SKF right here, and you're like thinking, okay, you know, they're picking up a couple of good kills, they're picking up a couple of good setups, but they haven't been able to show consistency, actually being able to keep these setups, as can be shown by the scoreline. It's 137 points to 95. They're about to break that 100-point mark now, and there's still a scrap time remaining here in this hard point, but you look at that, he's the only one left right now, Azzy, in this hard point itself. This whole team gets taken down, and they can't set up for the next one.
No, totally agree with you, Mike. They really need to work on that. But you talk about consistency. If you look at your scoreboard, their kills and deaths have been rather consistent. And the way that they slay and the way they move around the map has been consistent. The thing about that is, though the faction might be a little more inconsistent, especially with the pickup of Buzzo as a temporary fill for this squad, they may be inconsistent, but they are inconsistently better, a lot more than they are not. So, I mean, they've been able to capitalize on everything they do. They've now got a very healthy lead. Once again, 40 seconds, and it's starting to grow. 3 minutes 20 left in the map. It is really coming down to a make or break moment for these guys of Skyfire. They really need to set up for these next few rotations. We've got about 10-15 seconds left in this red hard point, so they really need to set up for that next one. As you can see on your mini-map, Mike, there's already a couple of players of Skyfire down set up. Now, a question. They were down there about 20 seconds before the hardpoint rotator. Do you feel they were there a bit too early?
I think it was a little bit too early, especially by how fast you can actually move in Advanced Warfare itself. However, I mean, if they can really control this hardpoint for the entire length, I don't think it's going to be a mistake, badly made. I think it's definitely going to work out for them in the end, but it's all about being actually able to hold this hard point as it is, because I mean 47 seconds is going to be crucial to their time to really stay alive in the series, especially with only 2.5 minutes still left to go.
Well, I totally agree with you, and Azzy, he started off with a nice kill there, and this is what it is. If you're going to do such an early rotation, you better be sure your setup is worth it. And right now, how fast these guys just dropped, I don't know if it was worth it. And as you can see here, 186 to 132. Yeah, they're still slightly contesting it. They are racking up a couple of points. In my opinion, wasn't really worth it. I feel like the extra 10 seconds they could have contested back over in that red hard point could have really helped. However, I guess time is going to tell here. We're about to rotate over onto that green hill, and no one is there just yet. There is one blue arrow there, so we're going to have one player, and look at that. Whoever that was, which I do believe it was Bundo, has now set up a great spawn for his team sorry, it wasn't Bundo, I apologize. That was Blue of the faction. They've now set up a great spawn there for the faction, and they're going to be able to hold this one down. And no doubt, with 2 minutes left on this one, or a minute 43, I'm pretty confident in saying that the faction are going to be able to take this one.
I mean, that's just over 100 points left to be played here in this game. So can it go either way? Yes, it can. Can the actual game be finished here in these next 90 seconds? Yes, it can as well from our Sentinel squad. But it does seem like these guys really love this contest phase of these hardpoints. They'd like to be getting up in each other's face right now. You see Luca, just going to stomp and put Dean into the ground with his bare feet.
Yeah, he did well. When he's angry, he just feels like getting his stomp on. And, who doesn't when they're angry, Mike? I like getting my stomp on a little bit. Luca here has been holding down green. He's going to be getting his stomp on pretty soon. I can feel it. 37 for 31. Teammate Blue, the other half of the Wombo combo of the faction, 39 for 27. 6-point streak, Luca. Stop it. You've already struck oil, mate. Stop digging. You've already got it. 227 to 152 with 51 seconds left on the map. That's all she wrote for game number 1 here in the semi-final of Skyfire versus the faction. The faction win it fairly convincingly after a very close couple of rounds. They were able to really cement themselves in the lead and really haven't budged from there.
The part I like the most, or partly the most about Call of Duty, the scoreline might be already over. The team might already be dictated as a winner. However, these guys are still playing till the very end, until that final second, as hard as they can.
Yeah, and that's what I like as well. You see a lot of teams will probably stat and just try and get a lot more kills. These guys, we're going straight for the point victory. They really want to show these guys, Skyfire, what they've got, And I've said this so many times, Call of Duty, as much as it is about the skill, it's also this head game. Like, you're getting towards a point in the competition, semi-finals time, you've got so many pro points on the line, and this is really big. Not only is it MLG Pro Points to go towards that end-of-year big tournament that MLG are hosting, but of course, these act as our qualifier for ACL Brisbane and future ACL events. You need the most points you can to get the best seeding, and this all will eventually result in not only points, but dollar bills, y'all, at those events. Yeah. You want those better placings.
You definitely do, and I mean, you mentioned about future events as well. So this 5K, it lasts with you throughout the entire title. Those points stick with you. Will help you for ACL Brisbane, as a Maniac mentioned. Not only that, it'll help you for ACL Sydney. And I mean, if there's any other events down the track, it could help you for them as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. So ACL Brisbane, May 30th, 31st. Sydney is going to be on June 28th and 29th. Find out all the details for both those events at aclpro.com.au. Follow us at Twitter at ACLPro. The hashtag for Brisbane is hashtag ACL Briz, hashtag ACL Sydney for Sydney, and keep up to date on all the information. Those are going to be 2 crazy events. However, in the meantime, we're still here in this ACL 5K, where we've got Skyfire up against the faction. The faction won that one fairly convincingly in game number 1. Now we're going to be heading into game number 2 here of this best of 5. I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Neither can I. I mean, it is going to be a search and destroy game time, so we're going to be swapping back over to those single spawns. But it does feel like a little bit time for a break there as we wait for these guys to change on lobbies. It's online. You got to go host for host. Players got to definitely get those lobbies set up, and sometimes they can take a little bit of time to do so. So we'll go to a quick break, and we're back soon with more action here in the ACL 5K.